Should be a hard man to stop now. Look at this. Justin Sajich has missed up. Elementary yellow for someone of his ability.
Massive frame over here too.
And Dax the lunatic from WA, formerly South Australia.
Oh, what's happening? On nothing.
He's got a ball in the middle, I think.
He's on absolutely nothing.
No, you're right. The look on his face says it all.
Does it go off the yellow in the middle? Red. Double. Oh, I don't. One of these ones. Victorian one. Smith for the British Lions.
Giving you some Strachan.
Some Strachan.
Oh, Dax Wasley.
Right?
It's just gone nuts and played a huge ball. Probably slightly unlucky to catch the jaws.
These are the crazy sort of shots Dax knocks in. I don't know, you can feel the pump a bit, but it just gets down and goes bang. See what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, he's got a shot at least. Now, if you're wondering why he's belted that, if you hit that soft, you're about 3% chance to pot that.
Oh, yeah, rolls on the table or even just queuing. You've got to punch it with a little cue ball. It's massive. Oh, he's got it. Oh, a shot.
Dax has just gone off his head. Magnificent finish to a
one
frame.
of the best one-ball potters I've ever seen in my life, Dax, was it?
Just behind Gusta Giorgio.
Just behind Gusta Giorgio.
I call him the best single ball potter in Victoria just to get his confidence up. And Justin.
I saw Dax drill that ball at Berry up the rail. I don't know if you remember that against McCartney. The puck was hard up, just past the centre pocket, White hard up on the back rail, and just took about 3 seconds and just smashed it straight in the corner.
It would not surprise me to hear that at all. Did you actually beat Jake that year?
Yeah,
I remember
talking about it,
I remember that match, yeah. And speaking of Jake, in the background, just about to pot a black in the middle. And I thought the handshake was coming then, but no. Not sure what the score is.
I think Jake is going to cover.
So Justin, actually this score needs an update.
Oh. No ball either. We're pretty sure it's 5-3 to Dax.
It is.
It is, yep. And an open table.
And he will take yellows.
If he's got any angle on this, Justin's in a lot of trouble.
Perfectly for the middle, Benny. Could probably just stun a little bit. Or he actually probably, wonder if he'll run through or just, that ball sort of white's just above as we look is a little bit dodgy. So I might pull back off this a bit. Just like that.
Just play it confidently for the other corner.
I still think the tricky part about this out, Benny,
He's one of the most improved players you've ever seen, Dax.
I think he's always been a great player, but he just went off the scene for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him, to be honest. Very good player.
I think these two balls down the bottom of the table are his issue. Always, if you've got balls going to the same pocket, you want to get rid of the one that's blocking the other one first. I mean, you could play it for the middle.
This is the key shot of the finish right here. It's obviously it's got to come in between just the middle of the table here on the left-hand side of the bottom yellow. Next.
Well, he's used a bit of side.
That well.
Perfectly.
And obviously the other yellow's got to go into the corner. So he's going to play that last. The yellow next to the red on the right-hand side. Still tricky because, as I say, they're very, very bouncy the rails. So it's.
I'm thinking you stun off a side rail and try and land on the other yellow first, Benny.
Well, it could come under it. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he's got a cannon.
You know what? If this isn't in off, the yellow next to the red actually goes in the left-hand corner, top corner, which he's looking at right now.
Well, if it is, he might be able to jack a bit. Just enough.
I think he might even just be able to play a plain ball.
Well, if he has, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah,
you're right, he is.
It's going to come into it nicely. It's going to link straight up. Oh, he's missed,
he's missed the pot.
Wow.
So just with the reprieve.
Just more thinking about the white there, wasn't he? The pot was never going to be missed.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I just played on this table they're playing on right now, so even the pot Justin's got on the red that's 6 inches off the rail, it's no sitter unless you're right behind it. Anything at distance on these is tricky.
yeah, you cannot catch inside draw at all.
Whereas the table to the right that Brett and Rusty has played on has got a lot bigger pockets. Oh, he's played that well. Yeah.
You'll notice it just takes a lot more time than Dax between shots. He's a much more composed and doesn't require the flowing.
There's a reason he's he's definitely the most consistent player in these titles over the last probably 6 or 7 years, I'd say.
I mean, there are a lot of players out there that rely on getting flowing. I mean, we just watched 2 guys that rely on that pretty heavily. Justin is not one of those players, though. He's happy to just cruise around and take his time.
Kelly's another one. Even Jake's a little bit in that mould. He doesn't really need to.
Yeah, Jake.
Rhythm's still important, but he's a bit slower.
Yeah, he's always been like that in comp. He told me he's looking to try and get a rematch against Barry Kitchener. He was filthy that he lost that match last time we played him.
Well, I think everyone in the country thinks it's about time for him to get a result here. He's never got past the quarters, so.
I actually said to Jake, I said that he couldn't win it if there was an if. If he does what he does in every time he plays a long match, if you've noticed, if you go back and look in the archives,
loses interest.
No, he just loses the break, stops getting balls in off the break, and people keep running his racks.
Well, I'm rooming with him, and he's under theory he loses interest, so.
He's off his head if he says that.
No, it's a bit of a mindset though. It's definitely there's something in it, but I don't think he means it like that. I think you can just go on a little concentration, have little lapses throughout matches where.
There's no way a bloke that practices 24 hours a day can lose interest.
Well, I think he's probably the best one-frame player about.
Yeah. He did tell me last night you blokes put him on the best one-framer, and he didn't know whether to be happy about that or not.
Did he tell you, did he? Well, I also added that he can't fight in singles, so he got all the world titles.
There's a lot of people saying that Mark Robertson was the best frame player, so I said, have you taken his crown, have you? He said, I don't know if I'm happy about this crown.
Mind you, Kurt, I think, is probably getting covered this year. It's in the team's event. He's played huge.
Well, Jake's
without many opportunities.
Jake's actually, I think a couple of years in a row, won the Master Breaks. He's got a few to catch up on Kurt this year.
Well, Kurt's had about 6 on him, and he's had about 6 himself. He's barely missed a ball. So his stats don't show anything. Played really well.
Good shot there from Justin.
Jake's been obviously very good also.
I have a feeling this could be for the match, Benny. Over on that table.
Oh, got it. Yep.
No, it's still going.
Still going, jeez. Clint must have won a few when we went watching.
Well, that's 3 on the trot. So
I know he won the first 2. He's got to be 5. It's got to be it on the hill.
Maybe he's 5-0.
5-1. Oh, wow.
That's the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen.
It's actually the first time I've seen Justin miss the ball like that.
I don't know why he hasn't punched that in. He's kind of...
I don't think he must be playing much. A couple of favourites out.
Just I'll tell you what, Benny, I've hung it on your head over the years on the TV, but don't know about that head. Just played that shot then.
That head?
That head's no good.
Says Robert Redford himself here.
I'm no oil painting, mate. That's why I commentate.
Well played, Dax.